Welcome to Sport and Spinal Weekly, brought to you by Chiropractic Sport and Spinal Rehab. Listen each week for health and wellness programs and ideas, chiropractic information, and helpful tips for a healthier lifestyle. Plus, weekly guests from around the area. It's time for Sport and Spinal Weekly with Dr. Lyle Erickson and the team at Chiropractic Sport and Spinal Rehab.
All right, and welcome to another fun edition of Sport and Spinal Weekly, brought to you by Chiropractic Sport and Spinal Rehab in Bemidji. With me here this morning is Dr. Erickson. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Mark. Great to be here again.
Yes, Home Sport and Travel Show weekend, the final Friday of the month of March. That's the first quarter, right?
First quarter's done.
All right.
Let the fun begin.
We'll talk about a number of things here this morning. We'll talk in reference to maybe being on your feet at the Home Sport and Travel Show all weekend, whether you're in a booth, a vendor, or heading out and taking on the big event. Also, our guest today will be Ken Cobb with Pine Country Insurance. We'll be also talking about auto coverage, right?
Yeah, we'll talk about how auto accidents, obviously we've talked about that in the past. Auto accidents do happen, and how important it is to be knowledgeable about your coverage with that and to have a knowledgeable agent that can help you out.
So we'll have all that and more. It's a Friday edition of Sport and Spinal Weekly on a Home Sport and Travel Show weekend. This is 92.1 The River.
You're listening to Sport and Spinal Weekly on 92.1 The River.
7,000 high school students drop out every school day. If you stack their desks one atop the other, it's a pile more than 17,000 feet high. That's 12 Empire State Buildings. But what's truly scary is that another stack is going up tomorrow. We can keep students in school. Visit boostup.org and take the first step. Brought to you by the U.S. Army and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Paul from Lemon Touch Massage.
And I'm Rita, and we would like to offer you our anniversary special. Our special runs from March 19th to April 9th. The special is 1 hour massage for $63, 3 1-hour massages for $175, or 10 1-hour massages for $560. This special can be used for same-day services, gift certificates, or prepaid massages.
Find us on the web, www.livingtouchmassage.com. To book an appointment or for any questions, call 368-2963.
Have you ever been told you just have to live with the pain? Far too many people today are living needlessly with pain and taking drugs to hide their pain. Every day, many people just like you are learning chiropractic care can be an effective alternative to drugs and surgery while restoring pain-free living.
For quality chiropractic care, call Chiropractic Sport and Spinal Rehab of Bemidji at 444-2117. Whether caused by an auto accident, work injury, or other circumstance, receive expert treatment from Sport and Spinal Rehab. Sport and Spinal Rehab will accept most insurance, so give them a call. That number again is 444-2117, or find them on the web at www.sportandspinalrehab.com.
Chiropractic Sport and Spinal Rehab. Renew your whole body, your whole family, your whole life.
For more information, visit Chiropractic Sport and Spinal Rehab online at www.sportandspinalrehab.com. Your recovery from injury is so important to you and your family. If you or someone you love is in need of physical or occupational therapy, request Choice Therapy of Bemidji. You do have the right to choose where you receive therapy services. Choice Therapy will work closely with your physician, giving every patient the highest quality care possible. Choice Therapy also offers free 15-minute injury consultations to see if therapy will help you return to top form. Your life, your health, your choice. Choice Therapy of Bemidji.
Hi, I'm Erica at Chiropractic Sport and Spinal Rehab. I assist the doctors with patient care, exams, therapy, and x-rays. Call us to find out how we can help get you out of pain today.
Okay, we are back, Sport and Spinal Weekly. Remember, you can email the show, Sport and Spinal Weekly at paulbunyan.net. Also, the website, Doctor?
You can find us on the web at www.sportandspinalrehab.com.
All right, well, Home Sport and Travel Show weekend. It's always fun to get out. It's for sure sign of spring each year that it's either here or around the corner. who knows at this point, but they are saying another nice weekend. We'll talk about auto insurance with Ken Cobb, Pine Country, and but also thinking about those folks on their feet all weekend.
Well, the Home Sport and Travel Show obviously is a great event here in Bemidji, and it's we've been doing it at our clinic for 5 or 6 years now, and it's so fun to get out and just see a lot of people and meet a lot of people, and I don't know what the numbers are. I think
3,000-4,000
at least, maybe more. I think 6,000-7,000 go through there, but anyway, a lot of people. And so it's fun. People are around chatting and looking at different services. So it's a great time for us to go out and just show people what we've got to offer from a chiropractic standpoint, because our clinic does have a lot of services that people maybe don't know that we have. So it's a great time to get out and check out all the great vendors out there, because there's a lot of people out there displaying their services.
Yeah, when else can you get stocked up on there? Like, there's always a yardstick that you can pick up for free as a donation, and maybe a pizza cutter or something like that. But it is fun. It's community. Right?
It's a great community event, and again, it's great to see all the vendors there. Great to see all those small businesses, around the community, showing off their trades and what they do. That's kind of what makes our community pop, so to speak. And then it's great to visit with all the the folks in the community that are looking for services, and we're able to show them what we've got to offer.
You know your booth number at all?
I don't know
your buy or anything.
I'm
Blue
not
line
sure.
somewhere.
I'm not even sure. I know we're in the ballroom. So
okay, perfect.
Come and find us in the ballroom. And you mentioned too people on their feet.
Right.
That's one of the things that I'm not sure if we talked about, but people that are on their feet a lot maybe get sore feet. Maybe their arches start to hurt. Maybe the knees start to hurt, the hips, the low back. And oftentimes what we'll find is that their arches don't support their feet properly. They might have what we call foot pronation, or their feet might go flat. And one of the things that we'll have on display there is what we call custom-made orthotics or arch supports.
Wow.
And so
custom.
And what we do is we take basically an impression of the bottom of the foot, send that off to a company, and then they make a custom orthotic to fit that person's foot specifically and give them the appropriate arch. And you'd be amazed at how much less fatigue folks feel. We have a lot of people who work in the industry, maybe in a factory type of setting, or on their feet a lot, maybe in a grocery store, that type of thing. Tellers that wear the orthotics and compare before and after, and they feel so much less fatigue at the end of the day. It's just incredible. So
well, I mean, I think I don't think, I know, because I've been there, done that. So like this weekend, I'll wear some really very expensive, nice running shoes, which would probably have been cheaper to go with your orthopedics thing. However, to make it through 5-6 hours standing like that, my back will hurt. Is there something else wrong with me, or is that kind of normal?
Well, I mean, you're probably going to feel some fatigue in different joints and muscles when, again, we've talked about when you do an activity maybe that you're not used to. So you have different muscles firing, different joints are becoming more active. And so if you're standing for long periods or on your feet for long periods, you're not used to it, you're going to feel some soreness. Again, we have always said pain is your body's way of telling you, hey, there's something wrong here. So if it's something that's consistently, when you're on your feet a while and all of a sudden, boom, your low back starts to hurt, well, there's something causing that problem. There's a problem with your biomechanics. Some joint isn't moving properly, some muscle isn't functioning right. So that, again, is a signal to say, hey, let's get checked out. So and the nice thing is if you are feeling problems or experiencing things, if you are out and about at the Home Sport and Travel Show, we're going to have a couple of doctors at the booth all the time, and so there's going to be some knowledgeable people there that can answer any questions that you have, and it's a great time just to bounce some things off us.
Well, I'm just thinking there must be a number of professions. I mean, I was thinking of bartenders, those in the medical field, nurses and stuff. I know there's always shoes that you can get, but sometimes it's hard to find a shoe that fits your foot right.
One of the things that's nice with the orthotics is that you can take them from shoe to shoe.
Yeah.
So you can swap them out.
So every shoe's now custom.
Yeah, exactly. And a lot of patients, they really like the orthotics a lot. So what they'll do is they'll buy 2-3 pair, and then they just keep them in their shoe, after they find that they work for them. So it's a great thing for people who experience some fatigue. And again, your body's is a biomechanical kinetic chain, if you will. So if you have problems with your feet, it's probably going to relate up to the knees and the hips and the low back. So oftentimes we'll find patients with chronic low back pain. If we look for the source, it might be at the foot.
Ah,
so
could be my problem. See, he's a doctor. Did you hear that? Biomechanical chain what?
Yeah, biomechanical connect chain.
I like it.
Yeah.
So those are the things to think about, especially if that's your profession, being on your feet a lot,
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
Also, as we were talking, Ken Cobb with Pine Country is with us as well, but we were talking about auto insurance in this situation of an accident.
Well, we've talked about that in the past. Auto accidents do happen. Unfortunately, in the state of Minnesota, we have what's called no-fault auto insurance. I think we touched on that a bit. And Ken will probably talk about this a bit too. Is your own insurance actually covers if you're injured, no matter whose fault it is, and which can be a beneficial thing. And there are what we call personal injury protection benefits, and Ken's going to touch on that a bit as well. But I guess the main point from a chiropractic perspective is that we encourage folks to get checked out if they are involved in an accident or a collision or doing something that involves the use of the car. The other thing, we bring up insurance, and there's lots of different types of insurance out there. You Blue Cross Blue Shield, you Medica, Health Partner, all different types of insurance companies. Plus, you've got Medicare and medical assistance, and all those types of things too. So, and I just want people to know, and they can stop by our booth this weekend too and ask, or always call our office. But a question is always, well, geez, does my insurance cover chiropractic care? And the answer to that is yes, most of the time, but not always. And that's why our policy at our office is that you can always call. We'll check on your benefits for you. What we typically do in our office with patients, if they come in, we'll do an exam on them, figure out what kind of treatment we want to do. So put together a treatment plan or a kind of a treatment protocol, and then we can look at their policy and give them an idea of yes, it's covered, or no, it's not, and this looks like what you've got to meet for your deductible, or this is your copay. And so we have staff on our team, so to speak, that kind of take care of that. So we want to be as as pain-free for patients as possible from an administrative and paperwork standpoint as we can. So that's why we have staff that kind of takes care of that for folks. So I just want to encourage people, if they do have questions, great time to stop by the booth at the Home Sport and Travel Show. Ask about insurance questions, ask about any kind of health questions they've got, and if they can't make it there, they can always call or email too.
I know one thing's for sure, that when we've talked about different scenarios, but like with whiplash or being hurt, we've talked that you might not feel it right away, and then something might come up 20, 30 days, or maybe even longer down the road. But I was going to ask Ken, what do you suggest for your clients if they've been in a car accident and they either they feel like maybe they have something wrong with their neck, or maybe they're just choosing not to, and you've seen the type of accident that they've been in, but they don't have anything like physically apparent that's wrong with them?
Well, I think the nice thing about auto insurance, as Dr. Lyle mentioned, is that there is coverage under your auto policy if the accident is, if it's an auto accident, and you have the opportunity to go and get checked out, and those are going to be covered if they're related to your auto insurance, to an auto accident. So you may as well go and get checked out. And with auto insurance, something people may not know is there's no copays, there's no deductibles on that coverage for most people.
And just to be on the safe side, to have it checked out.
That's right. Yep.
And I would assume that there's some type of protocol that once a person does, they go see a doctor, or like Dr. Erickson, or a chiropractor, and is there a protocol that they follow so that they make sure that they get the proper coverage?
Well, they need to go ahead and call their insurance company, or call me if I'm their agent, so we can get a claim set up. There is an application form they do have to fill out in order to get those medical bills or chiropractic bills paid for. But basically, they just need to let their insurance company know that they were in an accident, and that they're getting checked out, and but usually the providers, such as Dr. Lyle, will work directly with the insurance company to get those bills paid.
And so then really the patient doesn't have anything to do other than to continue their treatment, right?
Yeah, and what we do too, and I think Ken hit it right on the head, is, and the key words that he said were, it has to be related to their accident or their injury. So, if you get in a fender bender and you injure something at home, a week later, well, it's not related, and that's our job as providers to figure out what is truly related to the accident, what isn't, and then based upon what we, the history of the patient, what's documented, and then we go ahead and follow a treatment protocol from there. But usually it's pretty straightforward. One thing's nice about our clinic, we deal with a lot of car accident cases, and so we're really familiar with how the whole system works. I know there's other chiropractors. I used to be one of the other chiropractors who didn't do a lot of that type of work, and there's some different, not necessarily hoops, but maybe some hoops that you got to jump through to get things processed correctly, and to document things properly right up front, do all those types of things. It makes the whole thing just flow so much better, and we have the knowledge and like I said, the staff to be able to do that, so it works out really well.
Well, if you have any questions of both matters, both Ken Cobb, Pine Country Insurance, and Dr. Erickson and Chiropractic Sport and Spinal Rehab will be at the Bemidji JC's Home Sport and Travel Show this weekend. Find their booth and ask even more questions. When we return, we'll talk with Ken Cobb with Pine Country Insurance here on Sport and Spinal Weekly.
Sport and Spinal Weekly continues. Get more online at Chiropractic Sport and SpinalRehab.com.
7,000 high school students drop out every school day. If you stack their desks one atop the other, it's a pile more than 17,000 feet high. That's 12 Empire State Buildings. But what's truly scary is that another stack is going up tomorrow. We can keep students in school. Visit boostup.org and take the first step. Brought to you by the U.S. Army and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Paul for Lemon Touch Massage.
And I'm Rita, and we would like to offer you our anniversary special. Our special runs from March 19th to April 9th. The special is 1 hour massage for $63, 3 1-hour massages for $175, or 10 1-hour massages for $560. This special can be used for same-day services, gift certificates, or prepaid massages.
Find us on the web, www.livingtouchmassage.com. To book an appointment or for any questions, call 368-2963.
Your recovery from injury is so important to you and your family. If you or someone you love is in need of physical or occupational therapy, request Choice Therapy of Bemidji. You do have the right to choose where you receive therapy services. Choice Therapy will work closely with your physician, giving every patient the highest quality care possible. Choice Therapy also offers free 15-minute injury consultations to see if therapy will help you return to top form. Your life, your health, your choice. Choice Therapy of Bemidji.
Have you had the misfortune of experiencing an injury recently? Chiropractic Sport and Spinal Rehab of Bemidji is equipped with a comprehensive treatment and rehab program for auto, work, and sports-related injuries.
Chiropractic Sport and Spinal Rehab also offers a complete wellness program for all your health needs. They're committed to helping you achieve and maintain your good health. Call Chiropractic Sport and Spinal Rehab at 444-2117 and visit them online at www.sportandspinalrehab.com. That website again is www.sportandspinalrehab.com.
Sport and Spinal Rehab treats the whole family in a comfortable, friendly atmosphere. Sport and Spinal accepts most insurance, so give us a call. Again, that's 444-2117. Chiropractic Sport and Spinal Rehab. Renew your whole body, your whole family, your whole life.
River City's weather.
Hi, I'm Erica at Chiropractic Sport and Spinal Rehab. I assist the doctors with patient care, exams, therapy, and x-rays. Call us to find out how we can help get you out of pain today.
All right, we are back here on a Sport and Spinal Weekly, Chiropractic Sport and Spinal Rehab. It is a home sport and travel show weekend, and so that makes things exciting. Both Chiropractic Sport and Spinal Rehab will be at the show this weekend. Stop by to see their booth. Our guest here in the second segment, Ken Cobb, Pine Country Insurance. You, too, will also be at the home sport and travel show.
Yes, I will be in the concourse. When you come in the front door, just take a left. There'll be about 4 or 5 booths from the front door. And we've got some fun things. Stop by, play Plinko, win a free gift just for playing. Everybody wins. You can also register for We're giving away a couple of AAA memberships, which everybody likes to have that service, and we'll be giving those away at the show. So you can register to win those and talk insurance if you have any insurance questions as well.
I got a couple of questions. I know we're going to hit on a couple of points here over the next few moments, but, you know, I just kind of wanted to see what kind of talk there is in your industry, because the big buzz right now is healthcare.
Right.
And healthcare reform. And who knows, honestly, what's going to happen there.
That's right.
But how will that change us everyday Joes? Is it going to affect businesses more? Is it going to affect personal more? Or I don't know what to know anymore, quite honestly.
You know, and I think a lot of us are not sure about how this is all going to play out. A lot of it is yet to be determined. I think the one thing is that insurance, whether it's health insurance, auto insurance, homeowners, whatever it is, it's complicated. And, you know, it's easy to see this is my premium, this is how much you need to pay. But when it gets into coverage and making sure you have proper coverage and those kind of questions, that's where an insurance professional, insurance agent comes in. And so with the changes coming in healthcare, I think it's going to be important to have an insurance agent to walk you through those changes as they come and to help you figure out how to customize the coverage that you need and comply with new laws or new programs that may come into existence.
Okay, so until we see whatever happens, naturally you guys are going to know best because it is your field.
That's right.
And I guess kind of like I was thinking, so is it going to be good for the insurance industry, or with it when the government gets involved in things in this matter, sometimes it makes it even more complicated, right?
Well, it can. It can definitely make it more complicated.
More for you guys, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, you know, you get another layer of bureaucracy, and it does tend to muddy the waters. But I think the important thing is that it's not something you want to try to navigate on your own.
Right. And you guys will continue to provide the same coverage and be the same service to your clients, right? That won't change things.
That's right. Yeah, we'll be there to provide the service and, you know, really be there as consultants and to really help our clients figure out what they need and how to get it.
You know, you touched on a really basic thing, and I'll just ask you, I would assume that a lot of us look at our insurance that way, right? What's my premium?
That's right.
What's my copay? And how much out of pocket? And, I can afford that. And then are they done with it? I mean, some people will go, what's this coverage? What's that coverage? But maybe should we ask more questions, Ken?
Well, I think we should. I think that for too many, insurance has become just a commodity, and all that you care about is just the price. And usually that's fine until you have a claim. And at that point, the price stops being the main point, and now you want to know if you have coverage.
Right.
And a lot of people, when they buy insurance, they really don't examine what they're buying. And another problem is they really don't know how to examine it. They don't know what the terms mean. One of the things that we try to do at Pine Country Insurance is we try to take extra time to actually walk people through their policies, through their coverage options, explain what their options are, and make sure they understand what they're buying and they've customized their coverage options to fit their needs, desires, as well as their budget.
Yeah, because we don't want to be penny wise but pound foolish,
That's
right?
Yeah.
And save money on this end, and then find ourselves in a situation where you're great that we have coverage, but we skimped on the premium or the monthly payment, and then they came back and cost us more.
It could be as simple a thing as buying coverage to protect against some small risk of a minor financial loss, but skimping on the high end, not buying enough coverage in case there's a catastrophic financial loss. It'd be like on a homeowner's policy, buying a really low deductible so that, you know, the slightest thing that went wrong would be covered, but only insuring your home for half of what it would cost to replace it. Again, that's not the way I approach insurance. I think it's better for people to be able to take care of the small things themselves, but to have insurance to protect them against the catastrophic financial loss, and that's what they can't take care of themselves and what would be devastating to them if they don't have proper coverage.
Right. And if anybody has additional questions on any of this that we've talked about today, since you will have the booth, well, I'm sure you have a website.
I do. It's pinecountryinsurance.com. I have a Facebook page you can link to from that, and we always appreciate the questions. And as I said, we'll be at the booth all weekend. You can ask the questions, or you can just stop by and win the free gift with the Plinko game.
What? Oh, so you have a game, and you'll be kicking out some gifts here.
Yeah, we have all kinds of little gifts you can win. You play. A lot of people watch Plinko on TV, and now's the opportunity to actually do it in person.
Now, Plinko, did that start on Price is Right?
I think that might be it. Yeah, that's not a show I ever watched, so I'm actually not sure. But a lot of people tell me that they're living out Price is Right.
Well,
So
that's it's fun to do anyway. And I guess this time of year, do people? Well, people would be insuring maybe perhaps their boat or ATV, and sometimes we don't think about doing that, but you can, right?
That's right, and you probably should. Again, I talked about catastrophic financial loss. You want to protect yourself against that, and that's if there's a bad accident and somebody gets hurt seriously, and now you're being sued, or maybe you're the one that's hurt seriously, and you're unable to get your medical expenses, your pain and suffering, your loss of income covered because you didn't have the coverage you need. And that's what we want to make sure doesn't happen by sitting down and discussing those coverages with you. And people are going out and buying boats. I've written up several boat policies here in the last few days, and it's a good with the boat insurance. There's no law that requires you to have coverage, but you want the coverage not only to protect your boat if it has some value, but also to protect you and your financial future, which can all be in jeopardy if there's a bad accident. You don't have any coverage.
Right, and that is for ATVs, or am I wrong?
That's correct. Yeah, there is insurance for ATVs, and that's a conversation that I have with my clients. That's one of the questions I ask them when they come in to buy homeowners insurance: is do you have an ATV, and if so, how do you use it? Because depending on how you use it and where you use it, you may or may not really be in need of a separate policy.
Okay, so like we talked about before. The agent, we should just be firing questions at our agent, right, all the time.
Yeah, keep those agents busy. Don't let them get lazy on you.
Ken Cobb, and he will be at the Home Sport and Travel Show coming up this weekend, the booth Plinko. Once again, your website?
PineCountryInsurance.com.
And a phone number if they want to make a call.
Phone number is 444-9360.
Ken, I want to thank you for coming in today.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Questions for the doctors? Email your question to ssweekly@paulbunyan.net. This is Sport and Spinal Weekly on 92.1 The River.
Have you ever been told you just have to live with the pain? Far too many people today are living needlessly with pain and taking drugs to hide their pain. Every day, many people just like you are learning chiropractic care can be an effective alternative to drugs and surgery while restoring pain-free living.
For quality chiropractic care, call Chiropractic Sport and Spinal Rehab of Bemidji at 444-2117. Whether caused by an auto accident, work injury, or other circumstance, receive expert treatment from Sport and Spinal Rehab. Sport and Spinal Rehab will accept most insurance, so give them a call. That number again is 444-2117, or find them on the web at www.sportandspinalrehab.com.
Chiropractic Sport and Spinal Rehab. Renew your whole body, your whole family, your whole life.
For more information, visit Chiropractic Sport and Spinal Rehab online at www.sportandspinalrehab.com.
7,000 high school students drop out every school day. If you stack their desks one atop the other, it's a pile more than 17,000 feet high. That's 12 Empire State Buildings. But what's truly scary is that another stack is going up tomorrow. We can keep students in school. Visit boostup.org and take the first step. Brought to you by the U.S. Army and the Ad Council.
Your recovery from injury is so important to you and your family. If you or someone you love is in need of physical or occupational therapy, request Choice Therapy of Bemidji. You do have the right to choose where you receive therapy services. Choice Therapy will work closely with your physician, giving every patient the highest quality care possible. Choice Therapy also offers free 15-minute injury consultations to see if therapy will help you return to top form. Your life, your health, your choice. Choice Therapy of Bemidji. You're listening to Sport and Spinal Weekly on 92.1 The River.
All right, we'll wrap things up here on a Home Sport and Travel Show weekend. Dr. Erickson, Chiropractic Sport and Spinal Rehab. Now, what's your shift? Are you there all weekend?
Well, actually, I'm going to set up. I'm going to be traveling this weekend.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to be skipping out of town, but Dr. Levike, Dr. Kawat are going to be there. We're going to have our 4 chiropractic assistants there. And I'm going to be on the road, or I am on the road watching some hockey.
Oh, well, that's fun. We have guests coming up, new guests coming up this week, as Ken was also a new guest for the show here this Friday.
Yeah, we've got a couple of new guests coming on, so we're excited to get some more folks in the community involved in our show, and things are going great.
And then a tip for all those heading out to the Home Sport and Travel Show this weekend, other than stopping by and getting some orthopedics, what is it?
Orthotics.
Orthotics.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I think a great tip is, you're getting out and about, moving more, drink lots of water.
Water.
And I know that Culligan's going to be there, and they've
right.
got their booth, so stop in, see them, get some water, and keep yourself hydrated.
The draining spout in the sky, Culligan. Yeah, that's right. I think Dr. Erickson, you have a great weekend.
All right, thanks.
Hi, I'm Nicole from Chiropractic Sport and Spinal Rehab. Stop by the front desk at our office and I can help you schedule your appointment, or you can just give me a call at 218-444-2117.
Ranger Station.
Yeah, hi. I'd like to report a bear sighting in the forest. 1 second, I'm having a smoke. Next thing I know, I'm face to face with Smokey Bear. Wow. And he told me it only takes one spark to start a wildfire.
Did you know 9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans?
I had no idea.
That's why Smokey's famous and you're not. If you see someone in danger of starting a wildfire, step in and make a difference. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council. Learn more at smokeybear.com.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Looking for vehicles that get you great gas mileage? Well, with the price of fuel right now, you might want to check into the huge selection of fuel-efficient Honda vehicles. Now, at Honda of Bemidji, you can get into a Honda Civic LX, only $17,995. Drive in and see the biggest selection ever at the area's new and used vehicle superstore. Honda of Bemidji and Bemidji Chrysler.
Hi, I'm Paul from Lemon Touch Massage.
And I'm Rita, and we would like to offer you our anniversary special. Our special runs from March 19th to April 9th. The special is 1 hour massage for $63, 3 1-hour massages for $175, or 10 1-hour massages for $560. This special can be used for same-day services, gift certificates, or prepaid massages.
Find us on the web, www.livingtouchmassage.com. To book an appointment or for any questions, call 368-2963.
Have you had the misfortune of experiencing an injury recently? Chiropractic Sport and Spinal Rehab of Bemidji is equipped with a comprehensive treatment and rehab program for auto, work, and sports-related injuries.
Chiropractic Sport and Spinal Rehab also offers a complete wellness program for all your health needs. They're committed to helping you achieve and maintain your good health. Call Chiropractic Sport and Spinal Rehab at 444-2117 and visit them online at www.sportandspinalrehab.com. That website again is www.sportandspinalrehab.com.
Sport and Spinal Rehab treats the whole family in a comfortable, friendly atmosphere. Sport and Spinal accepts most insurance, so give us a call. Again, that's 444-2117. Chiropractic Sport and Spinal Rehab. Renew your whole body, your whole family, your whole life.
Thanks for listening to Sport and Spinal Weekly, brought to you by Chiropractic Sport and Spinal Rehab. For more information, call 218-444-2117. Email ssweekly@paulbunyan.net or visit Chiropractic Sport and Spinal Rehab, north of Beltrami Electric in the Technology Park. Join us again next week for another edition of Sport and Spinal Weekly.
River City's weather.